They're stealthy, destructive, and they're taking over. From the sprawling wetlands of Florida to the mighty rivers of the Midwest, invasive species are wreaking havoc on the ecosystems of the United States. Today, we're diving into the top 10 most dangerous invaders and uncovering the devastating impact they have on our environment. We dive into the rivers of the Midwest, where the Asian carp has become an unwelcome ruler. Brought to the U.S. in the 1970s with the best of intentions to control algae in aquaculture ponds, these fish proved far too ambitious for containment. It wasn't long before they slipped into the wild, where they've been wreaking havoc ever since. With insatiable appetites, they devour the plankton that native fish rely on, leaving little for anyone else. And then there's their dramatic flair. These fish are known to leap high out of the water, sometimes colliding with unsuspecting boaters. Picture a 20-pound fish flying straight at you. It's no small hazard. Their domination has reshaped ecosystems, pushing native species to the brink. Testing barriers and innovative solutions to keep these invaders in check. The waters may yet have their balance restored. Let's take a trip to the south, where a green monster lurks in the shadows of the trees. Kudzu, often called the vine that ate the South. Brought over from Asia in the late 1800s to help control erosion, it seemed like a perfect solution. But farmers quickly discovered that this fast-growing vine was more than they bargained for. Kudzu spreads like wildfire, growing up to a foot a day in the summer, wrapping its thick vines around everything in its path. Trees, shrubs, even entire forests have fallen victim to its suffocating embrace, while native plants struggle to survive. Regularly cutting kudzu back can slow its growth, and grazing goats are being brought in to nibble away at the vines. Invasive species removal programs are clearing the land, helping to restore native plants and ecosystems. So, if you're in an area affected by kudzu, consider planting native species that can thrive and outcompete the vine, helping nature find its balance once again. Meet the emerald ash borer, a tiny green beetle with an insidious impact. Though small in size, this pest has caused massive destruction across North America. Originally from Asia, the emerald ash borer made its way to the U.S. in the early 2000s, likely hidden in shipping materials. Once in the wild, these beetles burrow into ash trees, feeding on the inner bark and disrupting the tree's ability to transport water and nutrients. The result? The trees weaken, die, and often fall within a few years. Millions of ash trees have already succumbed to the borer, leaving forests, urban areas, and entire ecosystems devastated by the loss. There are steps we can take to protect our trees. In infested areas, researchers are developing biocontrol methods, such as introducing natural predators like parasitic wasps that target the borer larvae. Communities are also encouraged to remove and properly dispose of infected wood to stop the spread. For homeowners, planting diverse tree species can help prevent the loss of entire tree populations to one pest. The key is early detection and management. By catching infestations early, we can limit the damage and give our forests and cities a chance to recover. And then there are the zebra mussels, a tiny menace with a big impact, hailing from Eurasia. These relentless invaders arrived in North America in the ballast water of ships, hitching a ride across the ocean unnoticed. Since then, they've spread like wildfire, colonizing lakes and rivers across the U.S. They might be small, but don't be fooled. Zebra mussels have a huge appetite for destruction. They attach themselves to surfaces in massive colonies, clogging water intake pipes for power plants and factories, costing industries billions in cleanup. And they're not done yet. By outcompeting native mussels for food and space, they're tipping aquatic ecosystems into chaos. To protect our waterways, boaters are urged to clean, drain, and dry their boats and equipment to prevent further spread. Local governments are investing in monitoring and early detection programs to catch infestations before they spiral out of control. By removing zebra mussels manually, though challenging, or using chemical treatments in localized areas, we can start the slow process of regaining some balance in our waters. And, much like with Kudzu, raising awareness about the dangers of invasive species is key to stopping them before they wreak havoc. In our fields and orchards, another uninvited guest lurks: the brown marmorated stink bug. Native to Asia, this little critter made its way to the US in the late 1990s and quickly set up shop. With a ravenous appetite for fruits, vegetables, and ornamental plants, it's become a nightmare for farmers, causing millions of dollars in agricultural losses each year. They feed on crops like apples, peaches, and tomatoes, leaving behind damaged, unsellable produce. And if you've ever squished one of these bugs in your home, you know firsthand why they're called stink bugs. Their pungent odor is their defense mechanism, warning predators to stay away. Farmers are using traps and natural predators like parasitic wasps to help control stink bug populations. In the home, sealing cracks and openings can prevent them from getting indoors, while using vacuum cleaners to remove them safely can reduce the mess. Some scientists are also exploring biological control methods, like introducing predators or pathogens that target stink bugs without harming other species. As with many invaders, the key to prevention is vigilance. Early detection and action can save both crops and homes from further damage. Invasive species don't just take, they destroy. They rewrite ecosystems, push out native species, and leave destruction in their wake. But we can fight back. Every action, no matter how small, helps. Stay vigilant. Act responsibly. And together, let's draw the line against these invaders. The future of our ecosystems depends on it.